Alright, welcome back to Icewind Dale, where we pick up in this situation that we have currently found ourselves. So, last time, the party decided to follow the lead of their rogue and barbarian fighter who had made their way into the fortress and went into the fortress. They had some success, killing some people at the front. The barbarian fighter mountain took out a bunch of guys on the top floor. They made their way back down to the middle, where they just had to split apart yet again. And the wizard and warlock found themselves on the lower levels of this fortress, while the rogue and barbarian fighter found themselves at dinner with a very strangely acting gray-skinned dwarf. So we will pick up at dinner with Nilo and Mountain and these Duragar, a little tiny pet pseudo dragon, and this older looking dwarven lady. The last thing you guys had talked about is you were asking. Well, she invited you to stay with her for dinner, and she offered you some food, and you took some food from her, and you had some drinks. And then we moved down to the couple of rounds of combat, and we are back to you guys. What would you like to do?
Uh,
Um, keep an eye on things for one.
Okay. Roll a. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 16.
Okay, good to know. You'll pretty
do you
much.
need no minus?
What's yours too? Is yours higher than that?
17.
17. Okay, yeah. I mean, you guys can keep a pretty passive eye on things while actively looking around. You just kind of keep an ear out and an eye out. And she looks at you and goes, "Well, how do you enjoy the brains?" As that's what she fed you.
Guess Nyla would take out his last bottle of wine.
Oh, are you willing to share?
Sharing is caring, as they say.
Uh, yeah.
Okay. She snaps her fingers, and you see one of the Duragar who are further away kind of walks this way to you guys with some wine glasses and brings them and sets them down in front of all of you. So there are now 4 wine glasses in front of the 4 of you. Um, there's an extra one that they just kind of sit beside her, but she takes the wine and she fills your 2 and hers, and does not fill the 4th.
I guess I'd say you're welcome to keep it.
She nods. I appreciate that. May I ask why you're here? What brought you to my dinner?
Uh, kind of got lost.
Interesting. What were you looking for? You don't seem like you belong here.
We're
You know,
explorers.
Hmm?
you know anything about that strange creature that left here?
I may. I may not. I don't have my hands in everything here. Um, I live here, but I don't necessarily care about what's happening down below. Why? What interest does it have for you?
Just curious about it.
Go ahead and roll an insight check, both of you. Okay. You see she's being kind of evasive, but doesn't seem like she's lying. She's just kind of being evasive. Well, if you have no other interest, you're more than welcome to stay, and we can drink for the rest of the night, and you can leave in the morning if you want to stay. Otherwise, I assume you have business you wish to attend to.
If possible, may I ask you one thing?
Yes. I may give you an answer, I may not, but you are more than willing to ask. You are more than able to ask a question.
Perfectly fine. I would never expect you to answer any more than you're comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. What's your question?
I know. My question here would simply be this. It doesn't have to be about everyone here, simply you. What would you state are your opinions on those towns that are outside? In
Hmm.
this whole, snow?
Um, I don't really care about them. I live here. They don't really bother me, and I don't really bother them. But I know that the leader of this fortress, as she says leader, she does the air quotes, um, doesn't necessarily like them. He wants to rule Icewind Dale, so it's very likely that he's going to destroy them. So he's capturing shall we say monsters from the underneath, and he's going to unleash them upon Icewind Dale. Oh,
Could you use any assistance?
could I use any assistance? For what?
Capturing monsters or mountain. What do you think?
Oh, that's not me that's capturing them. That'd be Zardock or Zardarok. He's the one who's quote in charge of this place. He's the one that wants to take over Icewind Dale and 10 towns. I could care less about them.
You know where we can find him?
Not particularly. He is somewhere in the fortress, I would assume, but I don't know where. He moves around. He is a mobile commander and leader. He likes to keep his fingers and everything to make sure that the forge is operating at maximum efficiency and that people are doing their jobs and not being lazy.
So does that make sense?
Anything
By any
else?
chance, would you be interested in the game of cards?
Hmm. Cards are not really my cards are not really my game, my dear. I'm more of a chess player myself. Um, is there anything else I can do for you?
If you don't mind me asking, may I speak with my counterpart here for one moment, please?
Feel free.
Thank you
She,
very much.
she goes back to eating.
Uh, I cast a message on Mountain.
So, just to make sure you guys realize how message works, it is not completely telepathic. If they roll a decent perception, they will hear you because you're effectively whispering into your hands to say a message to the other person telepathically who can respond
Wait,
We will
telepathically.
step out into the hall.
really?
Yeah,
that-
message is not telepathic. If you look at it, it literally says you whisper into a copper wire. It is not a
Oh
telepathic
my
message.
god, I had no idea.
I thought it was.
Nope. But
Shoot.
when you guys have been casting it most times, it really hasn't mattered about things that have been around you. But if you're trying to be sneaky with it, this is not the place to do it.
Oh,
Actually, you know what?
wow.
Actually, never mind. I messed up. That's the wrong character. Anyways,
You guys gonna step out into the hall?
yeah, I'll say we will be back in one moment, please. I mean no disrespect. I just need to talk to my counterpart for a moment.
She kind of waves. So as you guys step out in the hall, we're going to step down here for a round. So we'll get through all of these, and we'll get through Silas's next turn, and then we'll see where you guys are at. So this Durgar comes charging through, and he's just gonna go ahead and make a perception check real fast to see what he sees happening. 11. He's got dark vision. He's gonna try and So he sees you guys because you're not hiding. He's gonna try and stop the invasion. He's gonna run past 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah,
Damn.
they're both gonna take swings at him. This Quagoth thingamajigs. Make sure I got the right ones here because I want to.
Wait, the Duragar are against the Quagoth?
No, they're coming for you, but the Quagoths don't like
Oh.
the fact that someone else seems to be charging in on their
Okay.
food.
So the Quagoth don't like the Duragar. Got it.
Not at this exact moment. 15 and
Quagoth are
18.
hungry.
Okay, so one of those misses, and he steps up to see you, Silas, and you see as he is running, he has a war pick out, and he's gonna take 2 stabs at you.
Miss.
Was missed.
Okay. This Quagoth who stands right beside the Durgar, he is going to step in between the two of you, take one at you and one at him. One at him because he's trying to steal his food, and one at you because he wants you to be his food. So this first one's at
This
the
is helpful.
This is the first one at the Durgar. This is the one at you. Jesus, they both miss.
This is a good
Might
start.
be good for us. This might be
Good,
good.
good start.
This Quagoth is gonna do the same because they're kind of they want to eat, but they also don't want to share what they're eating with others that aren't themselves. So the same thing. First against the Durgar, second against you.
Huh.
He hit the Duragar, but not our friend. Oh
Ah.
yeah. Some good good Quagoths.
This one right here. Oh yeah, I gotta pull up the right stat block because I pulled up the wrong one. This one, seeing that the Durgar is taken care of, is just gonna come right down and try and take you out further, trying to eat you. He's gonna go ahead and take 2 claws at you.
He's a bitch. I'll take 8.
So you take 8 damage.
Damn.
Damn.
This Spore Servant is gonna fight this Durgar that's right there. 18, 16. Okay. Alright, this Spore Servant sees what's happening, and what's the Spore Servant's movement? It is
Mage armor isn't concentration, is it?
no.
Nope.
Okay, good.
Once you cast it, it's just up for 8 hours.
Just making sure I don't need to con save my mage armor.
This one's going to run up to this Durgar and try and take it out so that it can focus on eating you. This Durgar's getting fucked up. This Spore Servant 5, 10, is going to use his movement and his action to get right here. And then this Durgar is just gonna take 2 stabs at the 2 bros in front of him. War pick. 11, 11. Both of those miss. Wow. Quagoth. Man, there are so many guys here. You guys are pinned in this corner right now. So this one, here's what I'm going to do. He's going to climb on the wall and use, so he's going to use his movement and his action. He has climbing speed and movement speed. So he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then 30 feet to get up onto the wall. And then basically I'm going to put him behind you in this other room, but just think of it as him being above he's above your head. Yeah.
Sure.
So he is above your head right now. But he can't do anything because he'd use his movement and his action to get to you. And then this Quagoth is going to run up on this Durgar and try and get him done. This Durgar is having a bad day. Okay. Forever.
So there's 3 fuckers on top of me.
So there's one guy directly above Silas's head, and there are 5 other guys around you. So
Yeah, but there's 3 within striking range, right?
of you, yes.
God, that's a pain in my ass. Can't really move, might die.
And Silas
I don't
is,
even know what's in
and-
this room. This room could be even more dangerous.
And the way-
There's nothing.
there's nothing in there. And the way it's set up is Silas is on the right side of the door, and the Quagoth is on the left side, so you're stuck at a wall. You don't have a door behind you.
Oh, I'm not even in the door. Okay,
No,
neat.
you're not.
Get fucked, Justin. Do I have a stick I can hit someone with? Fucking Christ. I've already used my breath weapon. God, I wish I had a 4th level spell slot now. Oh, do I keep my last 3rd level? Or do I fucking mighty meters this shit? Oh no, this is bad right now. No mighty meters. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Well,
the rules on casting firebolt at something directly in front of me? Is
disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
that all it is?
Yep.
Oh, fuck me. Are any of these things already injured to my knowledge?
Mm-hmm. A couple of them have taken damage. You know that the Duragar's obviously taken a little bit because he got fucked up by a couple of the dudes, and you remember that a couple of them were getting attacked by the monster they were fighting, and you guys earlier.
I guess this guy right here in front of, directly in front of me, I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at.
Okay. That's a good.
Roll.
That's a good firebolt, and that will hit for
Ooh.
18.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Do I have any relevant bonus actions?
I don't know.
I would
No.
not assume so.
Not a damn thing.
Okay, Silas.
Okay. I got a healing salve a long time ago. It's 1d6
Oh,
plus
wait.
1 healing.
Do I have any potions?
Is that, would that be the same rules as the potions where I can
Yeah.
apply it as a bonus action and just roll it?
Yep.
Or is that an action?
It's the same.
Apply it to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna apply it to Ferv. So 5 healing to Ferv.
Yay, 5 healing.
And I will, I gotta mark off a use on that. What's it? Then use my last spell slot to once again cast Thunderstep, making a 300-foot loud boom.
Alright, where are you guys going?
And
How'd
I
you put us in another fucking
want us
corner?
to teleport over to another corner.
Are you taking me with you?
So you
Yes.
can't go that far. You can only go to 2 squares in front of where you are. So you can go
Okay,
right there.
well we're not in the corner anymore.
We're close damn enough for my base.
And all
And
those
that
guys
is my
have to.
last spell slot.
And all those
and they
guys
all
have
have
to
to
make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
I hope they all failed.
Con save plus that.
It's a lot of damage.
And then this guy.
This guy, actually, he's just out of the range, the one
Okay.
in the very corner.
Okay, so it's 3 of them and that guy. So let me. That is a good thunderstep. Let me see what we got
Ooh,
here. for
the guy on the
damage.
wall also gets affected, right?
Or
Or
the
is
guy
he a
above
bit
you?
too far?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, why didn't I prepare Thunderstep? We could just keep doing this back and forth.
It's been working out, but I don't have any more spell slots, so it's all Sacred Flame from here.
Okay, so this guy dies.
Oh, we don't get to see what they rolled? No.
And this guy dies. And
I would like 2 more deaths, please.
no, the rest of them made their saves. They have a
Excellent.
pretty, they have a pretty high
yeah.
con though.
Yeah. It's half damage on save, by the way, if you
Yep.
don't know.
So cool. Okay. All right. So we'll go back up to Mountain and Nyla. What do you guys want to do?
Hey, Mountain, what are you thinking?
I think we should probably get out of here. We should thank them and then try to get out of here.
Maybe try to get a guide, just so, you know, us trying to leave, we don't get attacked by like 20 of them.
You know how to get out of the fortress. You know the hallway that you're in if you follow it down, Nyla, because you were this way before. You saw it down here. You remember that if you walk all the way west of where you are, that there will be that main entry through the portcullis, which will take you out the front door of the fortress.
We don't know where the other 2 went.
I was actually thinking about something, Mountain.
What's up?
What's your thoughts on this? This person seems they like to tinker, correct?
Possibly.
What about we try to recruit them? because I know one thing we have that they might want, and I guarantee they've never seen it before.
Are you sure they've never seen it before?
It was guarded by a giant mammoth and multiple dire wolves. I think they haven't.
That should be fair.
Plus, we don't tell them the actual location, just what it is. And we got her on our side. She might help us get out of here. Maybe we can find Silas and Ferv and then get out. Plus, New Alley never hurts. Especially if they may have helped build that dragon.
Well, as long as you don't get us killed.
Okay, so you guys want to go back into this room? Cool. Alright. So she looks up as you guys walk back in. Had enough time to discuss whatever it is that you wish to discuss?
I have a question for you, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Do you like to tinker with stuff?
Hmm. I've tinkers with some stuff before, but really I just magically summon the things that I need, as you can tell from my little pet here, and you see that she scratches the chin of her metallic looking pseudo dragon that she has there. I'm not a I'm these old bones aren't meant for mechanical work. They're meant for more of, well, intelligent work. Why do you ask?
Mountain, you want to talk or take it on, or uh,
What about taverns?
I mean, I haven't been to one in a long time, and they're fine, I guess. Why?
What are your thoughts on this place currently that you live in? I'm
Oh.
assuming you live here.
I do. It's safe. It's warm. I don't really need it to be lit because I can see in the dark, as you've probably figured out. Um, but it lets me relax and not have to worry about death on a regular basis, so I'd have to say that I don't hate it. I don't always like everyone that's here, but you don't always like everybody you live with. That's just the fact of when you live with other people, that happens.
You enjoy traveling, or not so much anymore?
Not so much anymore. There is something that interests me that I wish I could get my hands on, but, you know, I can't find it, so.
may I
What's
ask
this
what it is?
item?
Um, well, you see, it's very interesting to try and acquire. You need a host for it. Um, I don't know if you've ever heard of or seen giant frog-like monstrosities. Um,
Plaids?
that would be correct. I need one of their tadpoles for something I'm trying to do. So if you happen to know or have anybody who hosts one, I will happily take them off your hand.
Mom just kind of looks over at Nilo. We used to. They kind of went boom.
Oh, did it explode outside of them, killing everyone around him?
No, more like
Oh.
we were fighting a ancient white dragon, and they put a bag of holding inside a bag of holding.
Oh, well, that is definitely one way to get rid of it. Not the method I would have used, but it works.
Mountain.
Yeah.
Do you think we should tell her about the water?
Maybe.
what is your thoughts on mutating water?
Um, you'll have to give me a little bit more detail on mutating water because there are a lot of things that can cause pathogens in the lake.
Mountain, how do you explain it? With what happened to Morthos?
Did Morthos tell us how he ended up in the
Nope.
situation?
Nope. You don't know.
We had a companion who oftentimes ended up in some kind of lake in one place or another.
Okay. That happens from time to time. People end up in water. That can happen. You can get drunk and fall in. You can get pushed in. You can go for a swim. You can bathe. There are quite literally lots of ways you can get into water. How is this particular instance of interest to me?
He began to change.
Was he infected with one of these slads? Or
He he was, but we don't believe that was the cause. Or Mountain, do you think that could have been the cause?
Possibly. Is that really what would be history or nature?
for what? What exactly are you trying
Yeah,
to...
like knowledge of slads?
So
If
I
they might have been able to cause, like, see how much I know about slads.
can roll a nature check to see how much you know. 14. You know that they lay their eggs inside of other creatures, as the other creatures are their hosts. They're parasitic entities, and when they're ready to hatch, they burst out. But you don't know in any particular reason, or you've never heard of them transforming another creature into something other than its meal. So
I'm not sure if it had anything to do with it.
Would you be knowledgeable on slads by any chance?
are you asking her?
Yeah.
She goes, I mean, yes, that's why I'm asking for a tadpole so I can study them further to increase my knowledge on them, but my knowledge is limited until I get another one.
Know if a slad by any chance would cause an individual to mutate daily. For instance, they might have limbs extend far beyond imagination. Body parts change constantly.
That's not something
Another
I've
effect like
ever
that.
heard of, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. We're gonna kick down back to these guys and see how the next round plays out for them.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we got ourselves some quagoots. That's not really their name, but you know.
These guys are nothing.
6. And I don't. Okay.
Nothing.
He is going to. Well, he can't reach you, so he's just gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on himself. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot they can cast spells. God damn it.
So he gets 8 HP back. And that is his cast of that. So I'm just gonna put a dot on anyone who casts it. The other guy that had cast it, you killed. Because he failed to save and you obliterated him. So that guy died. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's just gonna do the same thing because he can't get to you either. 5. You see these guys as they're running closer and closer to you. They're just pumping themselves full of heals, and you
Oh,
recognize
gosh.
these heals because you know you can also do these heals. This one, however, as he's running 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he's going to cast Enlarge on himself and get bigger. Then the one from the other room is going to skitter 30 feet across the wall. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use his action and his movement to get behind you. Oh, I don't know why I moved that there. I shouldn't have, but I'll move him on his turn. This guy's gonna take a smack-a-whacka at the Duragar. Dude, this guy's getting just he dies with the first hit. So the second
Oh,
hit
no.
misses, but so he's not gonna take another attack, but he is gonna move towards you. Because I used his attack to attack him. So this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna move in to try and feast. A 24 for 4.
Yeah.
4. Okay.
Okay.
And then this other one, I moved that guy for some reason. I moved the wrong guy before. So he's where he is. This guy is where he is because I moved him already. And then this guy needs to move. He can also move 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And move just beneath you.
Shite.
Ferv. He's going to go ahead and take 2 claw attacks at you. A 19 for 7 and a natural 1.
I take 7.
Okay. We'll go through another round since their rounds don't last super long. So, Friver. And we gotta
Well,
finish up with
thick.
these guys anyway. So you just got slashed by this dude. You see these Quaggoths and these spores getting bigger and healing themselves and moving into you. And one of them to just step between you and a door. What do you want to do?
This fucking sucks. I want to cast fucking fireball, but I don't. 'Cause it hurts. It hit me. And it might kill me.
Fireball?
Yes.
You have another third level spell
I
slot?
have one. I have one, and I'm trying to save it. For when they're
do it,
all
dude.
in one little area.
Do it, dude.
We'll die.
Do it!
I hate you so much. Fucking.
Do it!
Can I get a 20-foot sphere to check things out?
Where do you want to place the 20-foot sphere? Here,
I don't know. I don't know
here's
where
the-
they'll. Oh,
I'll shrink this down, and we'll just use the token that's on the map
Trust.
already. So we'll make this orange, and then we'll put a 20-foot sphere around
Trust me.
this boy. This is 20 foot. So you could put it
I don't
here.
even see anything.
Do you not see the?
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Now I see it.
Yeah, that's 20 foot if you did it right beside him.
But it will
Come on, man.
fucking destroy
Come on,
me.
man. Come on, man.
It'll get all
You
of
know
them.
what? It'll also get me and him.
It will.
Do it.
Let's see if I can roll high enough to kill fucking
Are you?
Silas.
Are you
God.
putting it there?
Yes.
Okay. Roll your fire.
Yeah!
Oh, Jesus. Baby Jesus, let me roll less than 26 damage. Oh, I'm not dead. No matter what happens, it doesn't kill me.
I'll
Silas.
be using my Tomb of Levistus. This is not Tomb of Levistus, but you know what it does, right?
Yeah,
Tomb of Levistus.
you have a bunch of temp HP.
I
You
do.
take no fireball damage. That save. Wow, I fucking suck.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I take 24, go to 2.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let me just see what I got. 1, 2. How many guys I got? 1, 2, 3. This guy's still here. What is this big guy? This big guy is a servant, I think.
This just makes me
Silas,
think of,
you understand that you're not even going to be able to heal me next turn, right?
Yeah, I do understand that.
+1
I'm
and.
pretty sure our squishies are gonna die.
Okay, so
Yeah.
basically it's gonna be 6 deck saves. They all have the same thing. So because I like the drama, we're just gonna
They all fail.
we're gonna put it out in the open because I like the drama. So here's the first one. This will be the one to. This will be this guy right here. All right. 12. He fails. It takes 24 fire damage. Let me double check something here. Okay. He takes 24 damage and he's still standing.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
It's over. We lost.
This
He's
guy.
still standing.
This guy takes 16, so he takes 12. He's still
Oh,
standing.
he beat that dirty bitch.
This guy rolls an 8 and he fails, and he's still standing. Barely, but he's still standing. The guy all the way over here fails. Because he healed himself, he's still standing. This other guy down here rolled an 18, so he
Passes.
passes,
How
and
much HP do
he's.
you have 2 HP?
And then the guy below you rolls a 19
Fails and dies.
and
Oh,
passes.
fucking.
He would have died had he failed,
Oh
but
no.
he didn't. All
Oh
right,
man, that's
so
It's an action to use a scroll, right?
it is. So that's your
Fuck.
turn. We're gonna move this out the way. Take this off. So that's your turn, unless you have a bonus action you want to use.
Fucking, I don't have a bonus action.
Okay. All right, Silas, you feel the ice around you begin to melt, but you see this fireball just explode around you, and no one dies.
Dude.
All right,
No one does, but lots of damage.
we're gonna go through one more round, like I said, and we're gonna see how this plays out by the time we get back to Silas'
Dustin
turn.
is dead. Again.
This Quagoth is super pissed that you just exploded him in the face. He's gonna do what he does, man. Sorry.
No, sorry. Oh, with the nat 20!
What? How much HP do you have?
2!
What's your maximum?
50?
Oh, yeah. So you're down.
Oh, wait, do I have, wait. Do I have any of those thingies left? Can I make him re-roll that?
You can. If you, I don't know. Do you have any left?
I
You
have
get-
one.
All right. I can re-roll that natural 20.
I'll re-roll that natural 20.
Okay.
I probably should have re-rolled my own debt save.
You probably
yeah,
should have.
you really should.
There you go.
But
he,
hey.
he misses you on both attacks though, so you're still standing. As you like kind of twist time, you reach out to your time daddy and just whick. He misses.
My time, daddy, go!
All right. So this other Quagoth,
Fucking Christ.
he's just gonna run in, and you're still. How long are those temp HP for you? Gone now, Silas?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
Him going right after me kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Like, him going before me would have been better. I should have
He-
held my action until his turn was over, too.
He sees that you made like his buddy almost hit you, but then for some reason he missed, so he's gonna take his first attack at you.
Fucking hope he misses. Oh, he misses!
15
no,
misses.
that hits. That hits.
I
Oh,
thought
wait,
he was attacking me.
No, he's attacking you. Yeah, he's
Who's
attacking.
you?
He's attacking Friver first with a
Okay.
5. 15 to
Miss.
hit for 5.
That misses.
What's your thing? 16.
18.
Oh, cause you have major.
Because of mage armor.
What's your dex?
Jesus.
18,
Plus five.
20, something like that.
Your oh.
My dex is 18.
Okay, so you're
Oh my
you're actually
God.
17, not 18, because it's 13
Oh,
plus
did,
dex.
did,
Yeah,
did I do bad?
it's
Did I do
13.
bad math?
Yeah, it's
My
13
bad.
plus dex on it. That still misses, and so he's gonna try and hit you again, because he missed.
How did I fuck that?
I don't know.
Oh
but-
no, I have a ring of protection.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you have an 18, yeah. So you miss both those guys with the green dots miss you.
Woo! Let's go!
Yeah.
This guy who's right up behind you, Silas, is going to go ahead and take. Let me see where he is. He's gonna take 2 spore attacks at you. Yeah, there's nobody
Do
here.
these guys get advantage?
This guy doesn't. It's this guy right here in the top right.
Okay. 20
A
hits.
20 and a 10. So you take that damage first. The
Yep.
second spore servant, who is this guy, is going to move into this position and try
Fucking
and
Christ!
make a meal out of you, Silas.
Okay.
19 and a
Okay,
19 for 17 more damage.
Okay.
Oh no.
This big boy, 1, 2, 3.
Can he even hit us?
This
he,
is certain.
he can move through it and jump over his friends. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He can literally get to there, and the only person he can hit is Silas, and they're all at advantage because the guy across from you, Silas, and he gets an extra D4 because he's enlarged. Actually, he might not be enlarged. He has to make a con save against the damage, so hold on. He failed it, so he's not enlarged anymore.
He
So-
didn't get damage from the fireball though, right?
Oh, you're right, he did not. He's still enlarged. So he's gonna get He's gonna get
I
2
kill
attacks.
us even more.
2 attacks against you, so it's 21. So it's for 6 plus 2, so 8. And then a second attack against you. 22 for 8 plus 3. So that's a grand total of 14, 17, 19 more damage to you from that guy.
Wait, didn't you roll 2 attacks already for him? The 14 and then the 21?
Um,
I either ran down.
yeah,
Oh,
that
does
was
the 14 hit you?
The 14 was for
yeah,
it
14
was for
hits.
yeah. So yeah. So at the 14 yeah. So the first one, the spore servant, this one up here, the 1414, that wasn't this big guy. That was the other guy. There are 3 spore servants, but he's down. It
But
looks like. So.
well, I was just asking because it's after the con save you rolled, so it.
Well, he reminded me that it was not. I gotta have to make con save. But either way, it looks like you're down, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
There's no
you
way
can
of getting
yeah.
out of it.
So he's down. This Quagoth who's right in front of you, Fryver, is gonna go ahead and take a smacky smack. 2 smacky smacks
Let's see if he can kill me. Oh, the 24.
for 7.
He gets there. I was gonna go out with a bang of a shatter.
So you're both down now.
Let's get those at 20s.
All right.
I am nat 20 death save.
Here's what's gonna
While
happen.
they're eating us.
We're gonna do a death save roll for Fryver, a death save roll for Silas, and we're gonna go back up to Mountain and Nilo. Fryver. 4.
I fail.
You have 1 failure. Silas. 2. You fail. Mountain and Nilo. You know none of
You
this is
suck at
happening. You're up here having dinner with this woman, and you have no idea what will be happening.
See what's funny is if you'd have rolled a 22 instead of a 24 on me, I still could have shielded out of it.
Hmm.
Oh no. True.
All right.
Yep.
What are you guys doing?
Well, I guess I'd tell her if we are able to get a tadpole, I will definitely send it to you. That is a promise.
She nods and says, "Well, I thank you very much. If there's anything I can do to assist you in that endeavor, just let me know, and I will give you what information I can."
As long as I'm not a host personally.
No. 1 second. And she looks around and points at a Duragar that you see over here, and she says in Undercommon, "Go get me the storage device." And you see that he kind of walks off further. This is a kitchen over here to the far of this room. You can't really see it, but you hear pots and pans and stuff, and the opening of cupboards and the shuffling of shit around. You know what it sounds like when people are going through kitchens. Everybody has been in the kitchen more than likely at least once in their life. And
It's a
they,
kitchen.
right? They open the cupboard and they slam it, and they come back to you with what looks like a big metal pot, and they stick it on the table. And you see that this metal pot kind of looks like a pressure cooker where you can seal the 2 sides, but it's like translucent metal that you can stick something inside of and seal inside of it magically. And she explains it to you in that same kind of way. So, if you use this, you can catch it and put it in here and bring it back to me.
If we put it in there, will we need to add anything to it, like water or anything?
Yes, water would help keep it alive, but other than that, there's nothing you need to do. Just catch it and put it in there for me. Bring it back.
Will do. May I make one request?
Mm-hmm.
So we actually were separated from 2 of our friends.
Hmm.
Would you have any way of potentially assisting us with finding them?
Well, have you looked upstairs? You
That's
guys,
an apple?
you guys were upstairs. Yes. You took an elevator to come back down where you are right now.
I don't believe we looked for them there, but I don't know.
I mean, you can look upstairs or you can look downstairs. Those are the only 2 options if they're not on this floor. So, I have no way of telling you exactly where they are. You'll just have to go and search for them yourself. I can tell you, however, they're more than likely not in any of these 2 rooms, the 2 that you have already been in where you fought the thing under the bed and then you ran away from the other monsters. They're definitely not going to be in either of those rooms. But if you do need to go up or downstairs, there are 2 elevators with which you can travel. And she points you to the rooms where there are 2 elevators. Nilo, you know where both elevators are because you rode the first one upstairs. At Mountain, you only know of the one you came on. And she describes both of those rooms to you. those are the elevators. You're more than welcome to go up or down, but I will not send any of my attendants with you, nor will I attend with you myself, because I don't wish to get involved um, in your manners. So, in your
Fair
Would you,
enough.
by any chance, would you be able to give us a sign or something, so that there is no unneeded, let's say, misunderstandings on our way down?
um, misunderstandings, as in what exactly? I don't command this fortress, so I don't really have the power that you or I think you're asking for.
More so, just so we aren't randomly attacked
Uh,
as we attempt to leave. If anything,
you have broken into our fortress, uninvited, and made yourselves very well known. If anything's going to attack you, it is not my responsibility to stop them. Anyone who thinks it's a smart idea to launch such an attack with such a small party on such a well-guarded fortress, we would assume would be strong enough with which to put up a significant combat. So I feel that you're more than likely strong enough as long as you find your party members to survive, but I cannot command or give anything with which to stop those from attacking you if they feel the need to defend their home. You invaded their home. It's by all rights and laws. We could all kill you in this room right now, but we're having dinner, and I don't want to get blood on the brains. So you're more than welcome to leave, but there's nothing I can do that will stop others from attacking you. So
that's perfectly understood. Uh, and we will go, and if we do find this lad, I will be sure to get back here as fast as I can.
sounds good, and good luck finding your friends.
Thank you. And if you are ever looking for assistance, please let us know.
Okay. All right, I'll move you guys back out in the hallway.
And before we leave, we do appreciate your generosity and your kindness. And apologies once again for disturbing your meal.
She nods, and then as you walk out, one of the Durgar dwarves comes up and closes the door, and you hear it lock behind you. And then you hear mumbling, but it's not loud enough that you can make out anything they're saying. Even though you understand what languages they're speaking, it's not anything that you can understand just because it's so quiet and mumbled. Where do you two wish to go?
To the left.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We will say that you guys are technically in initiative order. So, you guys, even if you get to the elevator, you know from riding the other one, it takes a minute to go to each section. So, we'll say that you guys, in this time, have made your way. I'm assuming you're going to this elevator, or are you leaving the fortress? What are you guys doing?
Mountain votes for leaving the fortress.
That's perfectly up to you. If that's what you guys want.
Agreed.
If you guys want to leave the fortress, you are welcome to leave the fortress.
Do you think we
Because
should try to find our friends, or just hope they made it out?
Honestly, our best bet is to hope they've made it out. Because there's no telling how many more enemies are below us, and if we'd be able to handle them in our current conditions.
Okay.
I
So,
hate saying, but you're right.
so you guys leave the dinner hall and you make it, and here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move you guys to just right here, and I'm just gonna stop you there for a minute.
Where?
You should
Sit
see yourself.
down?
Yeah, just off to the left and down. Basically the main foyer right there. So you should see
There we go.
yourself.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave you guys there. We'll stop there for a second. Okay, so downstairs we go. It is the Quagoth beside. It's just gonna take the bite. It's gonna take some slashes at the thing that is down, which is you, Furv. And when you're
Any hit kills
when
me.
you're down, well, they have to hit you, and any hit is a crit. So you have to be hit 2 times to die.
I thought a hit was a
No.
2 deaths, so
A hit
death
is
fails.
you have to hit them, and if you hit them, it's an auto crit, which is 2 fails. But I have
Yeah, I
to.
failed once.
Oh, you did fail once. Yes. So I have
We
to.
both
Yeah,
failed
we
once.
both-
If he
Okay.
hits me, I die.
Okay. All right. So you see, as your eyes are kind of fading and you're kind of rolling, they're coughing up blood. They get both attacks at advantage because you're down. The first attack
Hits.
slashes through Ferv, and Silas, you see the color of Ferv's eyes
Actually, roll a
fade.
20 anyway.
And so
Neat.
you are unfortunately dead, and he's going to turn and take his other claw attack at you, Silas.
Gonna eat me.
Wow.
Just
Wow, that's
claws,
a good fucker.
claws down, grabs you both by the throats, and just rips your throats, throwing blood spray and arterial spray across the walls of this room. And Ferv, everything goes black. You fade out into nothing. You're seeing this coming, and you're waiting to maybe have some force step in and save you, and then it's over. There's nothing. Silas, you once again wake up in front of your family. This time, it's a little different. This time, it's like you're back in the past. The day that you and your husband made the original deal to trade one of your souls to save your son. And you relive this memory. You relive the years leading up and the time leading
Oh.
up to
Oh,
your
shit.
son being saved and your husband walking up until the moment of your death this time. And you feel yourself die again. And then
Yeah,
you
it's
go
the second
back
character.
then you go back into the memory again. And you relive the entire memory from the first time you made the deal until you died by Quagots again and again
Oh
and
my
again
God.
and again. Never truly finding peace as the trickster demon that made that deal with you finds it in their best interest to keep you alive, but in a way where you'll be in their service, but never in their physical service again. And your two bodies, you can assume, are consumed. As Mountain and Nilo leave the fortress, heading, I assume, towards the 10 towns, or to try and find a slad for this woman. And who knows what you guys will get up to. But you've left your comrades to die. You've lost a few comrades on the way. As you make your way back to the lake where you know there to be a slad based on what she tells you, as you make your way back to Dugan's Hole and Redwaters, you see as you arrive and you can see Dugan's Hole, the town has been destroyed. You see as you look to the northeast, smoke rises from where East Haven is. As you spend the next couple of days kind of fulfilling her request and making your way back up to Lonelywood where your inn is, you see that 9 of the 10 towns have been completely destroyed. And the only town still standing, and maybe at 30% standing, is that of Bryn Shander. And there's maybe 100 people left, yourselves included. The people you reach out to for help, Nilo, as you find the bartender woman, your confidant, shall we say, your contact, as she begins speaking with you and telling you that the dragon monster that you described came, and she rallied everyone she could from every town she could to make a final stand in Bryn Shander. This thing flew through the night and shot beams of just this white hot radiant flame at the towns, destroying buildings, eating folks. And as she's telling you this same beam of radiant energy burns across the ground from your right to your left and just vaporizes her in front of your eyes. And as you look up, you see this metallic dragon, the same one that you two had seen before, flying. And only this time, it flies a little lower to the ground. And you notice something a little bit
no.
different this time about this dragon. You notice this time that there is a rider on this dragon. And Mountain recognizes this rider. Um, you recognize the rider as the leader of the tribe that left you to die. She has somehow gained command of this dragon, and she is destroying the 10 towns. And she is just cackling the whole way as she flies this dragon and continues to murder the innocent civilians of Bryn Shander, not even realizing that you're down there. But you do hear a voice in the back of your head, Mountain, that says, "Looks like I didn't choose the right person for this task after all. I'm glad my backup came through for me and was able to fulfill the mission that you were not." And you recognize this voice as the same woman that you saw all that time ago that asked you to wipe out the humanity in Icewind Dale. You recognize that as the Frost Maiden telling you that you failed her. And you all of a sudden feel yourself get very, 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 very cold. As if the winds of Icewind Dale have finally gotten to you, and you can finally feel their chill in your bones. And Nilo, as you look over at Mountain, you start to see something a little bit different. The white fur on Mountain, yes, it's white, but it's looking him top to bottom, bottom down. You see that it's starting to freeze. And Mountain, as you look down, you feel ice crawling up your ankles, crawling up your shins, up to your knees, up your waist. You start to feel all of the blood in your body start to slow. You start to feel this sense of just sleepiness and tiredness kind of overtake you. And as you look up, Nilo, you see this look of just help me in Mountain's eyes as the spell or the effect, whatever it may be, takes effect, and Mountain seems to be frozen now in place in their full form, but completely surrounded by ice, similar to that of the tomb where you found your undead friend in that mirror. Looks like he's behind that mirror. And as you look around at the destruction around you, Nilo, your frozen compatriot, the woman on the dragon, finishing her final round, flies off into the distance, and you're left standing beside a frozen comrade, a vaporized pile of dust for contact, and buildings of Bryn Shander on fire, not knowing where the next step of your journey is going to take you.
Can I look it down to a knee?
Yes, you can.
He's gonna call out. He'll say, "I will pay any price needed if someone can please save this 10 talent of my friends. I'll pay anything required of me. Please do it. I don't care who it is."
All the time around you seems to stop for a second. And you see that everything kind of fades. And you see this gargantuan, celestial looking elk start to walk towards you, glowing in this golden greenish hue. And they walk up to you, and that you can just feel this overwhelming celestial presence, or this this godlike presence, this warmness, say, "You'll pay anything for me to save this town, you say?"
Everything. And I understand, for one of my friends, from how they described, I'll take it you're Silas's patron.
I am a patron to many.
The trickster god.
You can believe whatever you would like from a person who borrowed my power for their misdeeds. But I can save this town, or I can save it. I can take it to a place where it will be what you remember it as. But you said you'll pay everything and anything, correct?
I do need to ask you something, though.
What would that be?
I understand you're trickster god. I understand you have different viewpoints. If I save it, may I ask how you intend to? I understand you mean you're probably going to send it to your plane. I understand you'll probably send it as is, not as it was.
How I
If
say.
I offer everything, there is one thing I would want.
Oh, yes? And what's that?
Please hear me out fully before, doing it.
Okay.
The 10 towns, they were destroyed by that dragon. Bring them back to how they were before the dragon arrived. My friends, I don't know where two of them went. Mountain's been injured. Save him. I don't mean take his soul. I don't mean having him messed up. I mean bring back to how he was. The people here, not undead, not near dead. Bring them back to how they were. And heck, throw it in. If you even care about it, you can have all those doors for all I care. Or Drug, or whatever they're called.
Durgars.
Durgars.
Roll
You got some real fun with them.
roll a persuasion check. Let me pull up this thing stat block because I have not pulled it up in a minute. So.
This is
Oh.
the title fight.
Let me see. Okay. I'll put this roll out in the open to see what happens. So, I will tell you that this creature has a 26 wisdom. And it has a +7 to insight, which is what we're rolling it against. Just to see how it feels. Wow, that's a bad roll.
Holy shit.
Yeah, right. You see that they kind of look at you and they stare through your intent and they size you up and down. If you'll pay anything, there are two things that I want. Or should I say that I'm going to take to do what it is that you want me to do. I'm going to take you. I'm going to take the one that you search for in this land. And I'm going to do with you both whatever I wish. And that is my price.
Before we do that, can I make one counteroffer that you would find very intriguing?
What would that be?
You're a god of tricks.
Hmm.
How about one hand of cards?
They look
I
down.
win,
They look down at themselves.
you get me, or I win, you get me. You win. If you're a god of tricks, you gotta prove you're the me, but I'll know for all time you couldn't beat me.
They look down at the bottoms of their legs and Go, how would you expect me to play cards when I have no hands?
Pretty sure a god has tricks up his sleeves.
Okay. I will take you up on your offer. If you win, I'll just take you. If I win, however, I'll take you. I'll take the person you came here looking for, and I'll take any person that you've ever been connected to in one way or another through the entirety of your existence,
Oh,
just to prove that you were
shit.
never as good as you thought you were your whole life, and that really the biggest trick of all is that you had any control over anything in your own life. And you see that they kind of stand up and their front legs turn into arms, and they kind of take this bipedal humanoid shape and stick out their hand as if to make a handshake deal to sit down to this one hand of cards with you.
Could you repeat that one more time?
They're going to take you, the person you came to this
Yes.
land looking for, and they're going to take any person that you've ever had any contact or dealings with in your entire life and do with whatever they want for all of eternity. That is their offer to you for your counteroffer. That is their terms to accept your counteroffer.
An all or nothing thing.
You want to play
The
big in
DM,
your cards?
The
What-
DM, can I talk to the other players for 1 minute?
Sure. I will do this. I will go into just the Hangout channel. You guys talk, and when you're ready, just put a message. Just somebody put a message in the current game chat that you want me to hop back in, and I will. How about that?
Yeah.
Alex, everyone shut up.
Okay.
It is an all or nothing
All right.
one hand game of cards. It sounds like.
So
Let's see.
they put out their hand to shake on that deal with you.
I'll say, right before I grab it, I say, since you added something so high stakes, may I add one more thing? And I guarantee you it will only be for the best. And you will find this more amusing to anything than you've ever found before.
He looks interested and says, and what would that be?
May I write something down on a piece of paper?
Sure.
Cool. I will write. Since the party doesn't know, I will message the DM this.
Okay.
Might be able to also. Well, I don't know if he'd be able to get away with it, but
You're completely frozen in a block
Oh,
of
yeah.
ice. Yeah.
I'm saying this outside of character.
Oh.
I was gonna say might be able to get away with taking care of the Frost Maiden as well.
Okay.
I'm interested
And
to
if you
see.
end up surviving this and get a level, it has to be Warlock now.
If we survive. The
If
1%
surviving.
chance that we survive.
Yeah, if surviving this, and Nilo still lives, he has to take a level in Warlock. I think everyone probably could agree on that one. Especially after pulling the stunt.
I write it down, I fold it up, I put it in my hand. I say, read this after, and we have a deal. You cannot read it beforehand. I promise this will have nothing that will harm you.
He is going to roll.
He just opens it and reads
He's
it.
going to roll an insight check to see how it goes. Again, his insight is +7. How he feels about this. Oops, I gotta do /R.
Natural 1. Not
Do you want me
quite.
to reroll persuasion?
Yes, please do.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Come on.
Or would it be
It'd be persuasion.
No.
I mean, I'm not lying to him at all either. This is nothing that will harm him.
Dun, dun, dun.
He looks at you, and he
So you
holds
know I'm not lying.
the paper in his hand, and you look. He kind of like it's folded in half. And you know how when you kind of do that thing where you like where you roll you pull a piece of it down so you can start to see the letters on the top, like you can begin to see the startings of this writing. He starts to slide it down, and then he stops. And then he puts it back to being completely closed, and he puts it in his pocket. It says, "Okay. One hand.
Oh.
If you
And
win,
you will read this after, Clint.
yes. If you win, I take you. If you win, I take you, and I put everything back to the way that it was before. If I win, I take you, your friends, and anyone you have ever been connected to in any way, shape, or form. And I will tell you, because this is going to be, since you're doing cards, a sleight of hand check versus a sleight of hand check. And I will roll it in the open, and I will tell you, because of the level of this guy and because of their stats and proficiencies, he has a +18 to sleight of hand.
Wait,
No
plus
problem.
18?
Yes, a +18
Oh,
to
this
sleight
is
of
the end
hand.
of it.
So, go ahead, Nilo, and roll me a sleight of hand check. And I will roll his in the
Master.
open too.
I'll ask him one thing. What do you mean by I? Do you mean me or me?
He means you, the being that called out to him.
Alrighty then.
Okay, roll your sleight of hand.
Nat 20.
God. Well, you got like an 11?
17.
Oh wait, so he already wins.
Can he
Already
even
wins that
lose
one.
to that?
He can. With a 1.
The natural 1?
With a 1.
Natural 1. Natural
Come
1.
on, baby!
Almost nat 20. Almost nat 20.
Oh,
He
no.
I call shenanigans. I don't know how, but I call shenanigans.
he looks at you and he just kind of laughs. Jesus. And
What's happening?
he's just rolling dice over and over. He's rolling DO100 just to see. Will you stop? And
I was looking for that 100.
so he beats
Can I
you.
put my
Oh,
hand up to shake
you got
his?
99.
You can put your hand up to shake it.
And when I shake his, I'm gonna say, Palor, this is your chance.
Oh.
Oh.
Roll a religion check at disadvantage.
Double nat 20. Double nat 20.
Come
So
on,
here comes a
baby.
nat 1. We know what's happening. Close enough.
As you say these words, he flicks open the piece of paper and says, "You think Pelor has power here? Pelor has no power in the Dale. The power you think your friend had was not granted by Pelor. That was granted by me the whole
Oh,
Well, I'm
time."
not speaking of you.
God.
Well, the note that you gave him, based on what it says, he responds to reading the note. He doesn't exist here. That was me. And you,
See,
your friends.
I'm not speaking of Silas.
Yeah.
And besides, I'm fine with you taking me, since you can't take George or anyone else. You said me, they don't know me. They know a fake. No one knows me but myself and those who are dead.
If you recall, the deity said the thing and the person that called out to him, meaning what
Correct.
is your physical being, not what you believe yourself to be, not what you believe others to have you are, but your physical being is what reached out to him. Anything that had any connection to you, the physical being of you, is how he interpreted his deal.
So
So
then that would mean you as well.
he can take
So you will
himself.
have to torture yourself
Yes,
for all
Fix
time.
yourself.
I do that anyway.
Which means
That's fine.
that doesn't matter, which
Oh,
means
shoot.
you can never leave your realm again. If you are forced to torture yourself, which means you are not allowed to torture another. If you cannot torture another, you have no power. Which means
Except,
those who worship you will turn away from you.
except there are none that worship me. They've made deals with me and I own them. There's a difference.
But you can no longer collect. If you can no longer leave.
You don't know what's going to happen with him. Because as you're saying these things, you see appear beside you the ghostly visage, kind of Silas. The ghostly visage of your newer dragonborn friend. You see this. You see Atticus
Alec,
appear beside you.
I have a question.
What?
Atticus
What's your
too?
question?
The deal with everyone who ever like knew him, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
So doesn't that mean this guy's about to fight with whatever dwarf god is sheltering Morthos?
No,
Because that includes Morthos.
because the
'cause
god
Morthos knew
does
him.
not. The god does not know the being. Just Morthos does.
Well, yeah, but Morthos is in his realm. Gods don't let other
Yeah.
things jump in their realm and yeet people out.
Let me finish my narration, and then you can say what you want to say.
I was just asking.
I know. Let me finish where I'm going. You see Atticus appear beside you. You see the Dragonborn friend appear beside you. You see Mountain, who's still beside you, but you see the eyes of Mountain go from being open and seeking help. It's like the visage is trying to escape the ice, but it can't. You see like these ghostly hands kind of pounding on the inside of the ice, and the visage of Mountain seems to be stuck in this fuselage of ice. You don't see your biomechanical friend anywhere. Um, you see for a quick second this weird, like golden red flash, and you hear the sound of a hammer and an anvil. But then it stops. The light disappears, the sound disappears, and you are transported back to one of your early memories when you were first found on the streets, Nilo. And you relive the training that you received over and over. Silas, you continue to relive through the deal that you made through your death on repeat, almost like every time it's brand new, and every time you make different decisions and different outcomes happen, but you always end up in the fortress, and you always end up separated from your party with your dragonborn friend, and you always fall in that same spot at that same time. But you do see, as you are fading into your memory, that the burning of the town seems to rescend a little bit. Some of the people seem to stand back up. They don't look dead or skeletal or undead in any way. They look like they're waking up from a nap. They look very tired. They look very confused. The town is still, for the most part, physically destroyed. There's a little bit has been rebuilt, but they're looking confused as to why the town is this way, why Brinchander is this way. But you see that the people are no longer dead. So you relive your life through these memories, and you end up at the same deal over and over again, no matter how many different choices you make. And for you, And only you, Nilo, you remember it every single time. You remember what feels like a memory of past lives, but you have the memory every time you go through this loop of what happened before. And you have the ability to try something different every time, but the same situation always happens. You, after the fourth time of trying to explain to your friends how Atticus is going to die from a person who, from their past, came back and killed them instead of Atticus's son, to Morthos sacrificing himself into the mouth of this dragon, to Mountain climbing up this fortress wall, you remember all the efforts and all the things and all the choices that you made to try and change all of these things. And there were a couple of times when you were successful in some of the decisions that you made that kind of took you in a different direction for a while. And you did other things. You ended up going and slaying the barbarian camp. You ended up going down and finding an illithid camp with weird space age kind of weaponry. But you do always end up back in this fortress, and you do always end up split, and you finally end up in the tent in Bryn Shander again, making the same deal over and over. It doesn't seem like the deal was made as a method by which to torture you physically. It does seem like a way to make you. The way that this demon seems to trick and treat those who fall under his spell and deals is individualistic for each person. For Silas before, it was always getting right there to their family and then being ripped away, and their family growing to hate her and wanting to kill her and having to fight her, and now living through the same choices over and over and over. For Silas, every decision that they've made never changes, and you have no recollection of things ever happening before. For you, every time it's a brand new life. Nilo, your treatment is that you remember everything, and you remember that no matter what decisions your party makes, it somehow always ends up the same way. Although you do find and fight in one of those memory times, you do find and fight Oral, the Frost Maiden, and you do defeat her in her first form. And you fight her again, and you defeat her in her second form, but you run from her third form. But you still end up in the fortress, in the towns, and that, at least for now, seems to be the fate of the four of you. Maybe something will change it in the future. Maybe not. You don't know. But unfortunately, this is where the adventure for these four party members in Icewind Dale ends.
Damn.
And that is where we, unfortunately, are going to end the campaign. So, it was fun. We had some good moments and some really scary moments. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording here in a couple of seconds, and then we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I have plenty of time. But if there's anything you wish to add on to the end of the campaign recording, you are welcome to do so now. And we'll just go.
Morthos' soul was the only one who survived.
I'll just go left to right on the names, and if you have anything you wish to add, you are welcome to. If not, you don't feel the need to. Silas, anything you wish to add?
No, not really. Silas. I mean, I guess she's not that much tortured since she doesn't remember anything whenever she dies and restarts, but she's upset that she'll never be able to see her family again. But other than that, bye YouTube.
Friver, anything you wish to add?
Fiverr blames you all for his death. Two of you decided to raid it solo, and one of you woke him up to go help them. He is much disappointed.
Mountain,
Sorry,
anything you wish to add to the end here?
His only regret, not going after the witch, by which I don't mean the ice witch. I mean the former tribe leader
Got it.
when he had the chance.
Okay. And Nilo, anything you wish to add?
Well, I just want to apologize to the guys. That plan failed there at the end.
Hey, it's the roll of the dice. It was a really good plan, and it just didn't work out. It happens. But with that, this campaign draws to a close, and maybe we'll touch on it again sometime in the future. But for now, this campaign is wrapped. So thank you for playing it. Thank you for watching, whoever does, or no one. If they don't, that's fine too. And I will see you next time.